Using tools like Facetune and Photoshop can be a blessing and a curse for a lot of people. There's absolutely no shame in doing a little editing to your photos. For me personally, I worship Facetune because I often look like a potato when I'm trying to look like a snack. Well, sometimes going from potato to bag of chips requires a lot of work, and sometimes your touch-ups are a little too noticeable to your followers, and sometimes you get dragged for it. Let's take a look at some celebrities caught using Photoshop. What's good, internet buddies? I'm your host Beer Room, back at it again with the white vans, and welcome back to I.O. Today we're talking Photoshop. No shade to those who edit their photos, like I do the same thing. But today we're counting down the top 10 celebrities whose Photoshop skills maybe aren't the greatest, and they've been caught editing their stuff online. I just wanted to remind you guys to check out our newest channel, Top 10 Central Dark. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give them some love.
I don't know. I don't trust.
What is he looking at? What is, okay, what is I've never been more scared of a squirrel in my life.
I feels like my heart's gonna explode.
Also, stay tuned until the end of the video because I'll be reading out some of your comments. Okay, kicking things off at number 10, we have Dove Cameron. Dove Cameron is by far one of the prettiest stars out there. She has such a sweet demeanor. She looks like she would be a really nice person to hang out with. A lot of fans follow her on social media, but many of them have caught on to her edits. It seems like Dove is known to frequently edit her pictures to make her eyes look bigger. In a lot of paparazzi and red carpet photos that she re-uploads to her Instagram, she photoshops her facial features to increase the size of her eyes and make her chin look smaller, giving her more doll-like features. I mean, I'm not judging Dove by any means. Like, she can make herself look however she wants, but when you look at the original photos, like before the edit, it doesn't seem like much has changed. I know, you're probably thinking, Brie, she's still exaggerating her features. Well, yeah, but it also looks almost natural. I mean, you can for sure tell that they've been edited, but only after seeing the before picture. I don't know, she's still gorgeous no matter what, and she still looks like a glamorous Barbie doll. At number 9, Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is obviously no stranger to editing her photos. Like, everyone has seen her little Facetune snafus. But you know who is new to the selfie game? Kylie's daughter Stormi. Fans caught Kylie red-handed on Instagram after posting a picture of herself posing with daughter Stormi Webster with something suspicious going on in the background of the photo. After looking at the picture more closely, it appears that Stormi's ear has been facetuned and you can see the warp in the image. Now, again, no shade, but like, why is it even necessary to facetune your kid? I mean, okay, I'd understand if she was editing the picture to like take a stain off Stormi's shirt or like edit a booger or something, but like her ear? Really? She's just a little kid and I don't think she really cares about her looks, so like, why is it necessary? Is her ear just that bad? Does it not meet Kardashian standards? I don't know. I guess since they belong to a family of beautiful influencers, you gotta start them young. Coming in at number 8, Loren Grey. Instagram model Loren Grey is beautiful. Period. But sometimes, even she can get caught editing her photos. In a side-by-side comparison of Loren's pictures, you can see the difference between those that she posted herself and those that her mom posted. Now, there's not too big of a difference in the pictures, but it's very clear that Loren edited her eyes and waist ever so slightly. Loren's eyes seem to be bigger in the post, and her waist looks smaller. If the original photos weren't out there, you really wouldn't have known that they were edited because it's a pretty seamless job. The original posts from her mom's account are still absolutely stunning, and Loren really shouldn't feel the need to edit anything. Her mom obviously sees her as perfection, and I'm sure many of Loren's followers do too. Coming in hot at number 7, James Charles. Sister James is always looking snatched on Instagram, but little do some fans know, he's got a little sister secret. James has been editing his photos to fix his hairline. Yep, there's just some things that makeup can't fix, and where makeup fails, Facetune comes in to pick up the pieces. Now, for the most part, James's pictures are pretty seamless, but much like many other sneaky celebs, when you see the before and after photos, it's like night and day. Just the little touch-up that James does to his hairline in the photo makes a difference. When I saw one of his pictures, I was like, oh yeah, there's James. But after seeing the edit, you're like, oh yeah, now that's James. Like, he goes from being someone who looks like James Charles to actually being the real James Charles. I guess it's after being so familiar with the way he looks online that when you see unedited pictures of him, it almost doesn't look real. Almost like the fake James is the unedited one. I mean, it's such a small fix, but it really changes the symmetry of his face. He still looks great either way though. Unless of course he has a secret twin, and the only way to tell them apart is to look at their hair. Have we been bamboozled? Nah, I'm just playing. At number Number 6, Madison Beer. Singer-songwriter Madison Beer frequently posts pictures for the enjoyment of her 20 million followers, but there was one instance that really caught people's eyes on Instagram. Not too long ago, Madison was caught using Photoshop in one of her pictures in a pretty clever way. We all know that the most common mistake that people make when editing their curves in a picture is accidentally warping the image around them. Well, Madison decided that she would prevent that from happening by using Photoshop to edit a glass pane away from her body in a photo. Yeah, a pretty smart idea on her part. Honestly, I would never have thought to do that, so I'll give her props. Unfortunately, her plan sort of backfired though. Instead of fans catching onto her booty pop, they saw that the edge of the glass pane sort of just disappeared at a certain point, leading them to figure out the image was altered. It was a good plan, but not so great execution. I'm guessing that either she or whoever edited the picture forgot to take out the edge of the glass from next to her leg after removing it from everywhere else. Kind of unfortunate, because if it had worked, that would have really fooled people. Halfway down to number 5, we have Lindsay Lohan. The Mean Girls star wanted to flaunt her stuff and show off her new black one piece, but in the end, the fit was the last thing people were looking at. In the photo Lindsay posted to Instagram, fans saw what was probably one of the worst editing jobs out there. The image shows off how Lilo tried to enhance her curves in the post, but ended up curving a little bit too much. In the background, you could see how the door frame she was standing next to was clearly bent out of shape due to her editing. This wasn't a small bend. Oh no. This thing was large and in charge. Like, you can't miss this thing, which begs the question, Lindsay, how did you not see this before posting? I mean, this big old boo-boo is staring you right in the face. So how did you still go ahead and post it like there was nothing wrong? Obviously fans caught on to this because, like, how could you not? And they dragged Lindsay for it. One fan called it so embarrassing, and another asked the same question as me of how she missed it. Either way, the image lives on forever on the internet, so we can always come back and have a good old chuckle at this little oopsie. Coming in at number 4, Tana Mongeau. Tana. The social media influencer and new OnlyFans member is always posting to her Instagram. Candids and selfies flood her social media page, and it's safe to say that she's got it going on. But just wait until you see Tana's before and after editing photos. Tana is kind of known for being a facetune queen, no shade, but sometimes her edits go a little too far. One example of her excessive editing comes from her red carpet photos from the People's Choice Awards back in 2019. When she posted her Getty Images paparazzi photo to her Instagram, we couldn't get over how good she looked on the red carpet. I mean, she was glimmering in that red dress with the red lip. It was everything. At least until more photos of her on the red carpet came up that were untouched. People flipped out. The amount of editing done to Tana's picture completely changed the way she looked from the real image. As someone on the internet put it, she literally changed her bone structure. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kinda true. Her face and nose look so different from the untouched pictures. So much so that it almost looks like a completely different person. Tana is still so gorgeous with or without the editing, but like, was so much Facetune really necessary? Coming in at number 3, the Stokes Twins. Alan and Alex Stokes are YouTube's next big pranksters. As young influencers, obviously they have to post to their Instagram for the enjoyment of their fans. Being a pair of pretty attractive guys is almost a given fact that they're going to post some kind of thirst trap to really get our attention. Unfortunately, one of their more sexy pictures was a little more cringy than it was cute. There are actually a few things wrong with this picture, so let's just start off with the fact that they're supposed to be getting rained on in the image, but their hair isn't wet in the slightest. It's almost like they're in the Teen Beach movie where their hair can't get wet because they're inside of a movie musical. The only way that this is possible is if we're in a simulation. Can be possible, but that's besides the point. The other thing wrong with this picture is that if you look at their abs, you can tell that they're the same. And I don't mean because they're twins. I mean because someone literally copy and pasted one pair of abs onto both of them. I mean, I get it, they're twins and they dress the same a lot, but this is taking twinning a wee bit too far. Either way, this Photoshop job was a fail and it got some buzz. None that really hurt them too much, but enough for them to realize that maybe they should steer clear of weird, rainy, wet t-shirt pictures. Close to the end of number 2, we have Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian has had so many Photoshop mishaps happen to her that it's kind of become a regular occurrence. No one really makes a big deal when something is a little off in her Instagram post anymore, but this one, oh boy. It has to be one of my favorite instances of getting caught up with the Photoshop. This little masterpiece I like to call Dude, Where's My Car comes straight from Kim's Instagram when she attended the March for Our Lives protest. I absolutely love this picture, not because it's good or anything, but because like this smushed remnant of a car is just straight straight chilling in the background of the photo, while Kim's up there walking looking fabulous. People seem to think that the edit oopsie comes after smushing the image to make Kim look thinner. I want to believe that the car in the background was just always like that. Obviously the picture is kind of embarrassing because she was caught so blatantly using Photoshop, but I mean, it's Kim, and I don't really think she cares all that much after having so many other editing mishaps. Now in at number 1 we have John Mayer. So for this one we're bringing it back to 2014 because this one's just too good not to talk about. Singer-songwriter John Mayer was living it up with friend Ricky Van Veen when they decided to snap a selfie to commemorate the moment. As anyone would do, John does some touching up to the photo, but then he kept touching up. And on it went until John got a hold of that smoothing tool and just wouldn't let that thing go. Honestly, they look a little ooky spooky in that picture. Like if a pair of Ken dolls got plastic surgery. Their facial features were so smoothed out in this picture that you can barely even see their cheekbones and noses. Obviously this was a while ago and editing photos have come a long way since then, but come on, you gotta admit it's pretty funny. The fact that he didn't see anything wrong with this picture baffles me a little bit, cause they didn't even look human anymore. But I digress. So yeah, those are some celebs who've been caught using Photoshop. I just have to put it out there so you guys don't kill me in the comments that my little roasts are all in good fun. I don't mean any disrespect. Anyway, let's get to reading some of your comments. Sweetheart Elizabeth says, we're all the same human beings but different colors. Show kindness and no hate. Yeah, that's a good message. I like the way you think. Just3 says, I have that shirt too. Yes, Fan Expo buddies. Flitch Flobson says, maybe I've been gone a minute, but this is the first vid I've seen with her hosting. Hopefully you have her back for more. Well, I'm here to stay, so nice to see you. Please be nice to me. Alrighty then, thanks so much for watching guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also check out the new channel Top 10 Central Dark. That's all I've got for you guys today, so TTFN my dudes.